Step out of the problem and into the solution. Hi, I'm Dan Ross, and I'm an anxiety specialist. So I want to talk a little bit today about when people show up for sessions, certainly the first time that we meet, and sometimes even over time, we want to work on shifting from the problem mindset to the solution mindset. And what I mean by that is, when people are seeking out a resolution for the types of things that people come in for, so anxiety, trauma, stress, things like that, that they're so stuck in the problem and talking about it, if they've been like in talk therapy where you talk about it over and over, they're calling different practitioners and things like that. They're used to telling the story of the problem, and yet they don't have the story of the solution inside of their mind. And one of the things that I like to guide people along is on that sort of logical journey from the problem into the solution. Because in the end, we want you to be in that solution space. And of course, we have to do the work to clear out the things that made the problem in the first place. So if there was trauma, for example, it's all fine and well to talk about, what is it going to be like to feel safe, for example. So we have to clear that stuff out first. But I want to start to plant the seeds for people, and that's why I'm doing this video, that if there isn't something big or traumatic that happens sometimes, and I've seen this just even during a consultation session, where I'll invite somebody into the solution space and they can start to have some of the shift already, because it starts to allow your mind to focus on where you want to go. And if I get into a taxi cab at the airport, and I know that's an old reference because nobody uses taxis anymore, but sometimes they're actually cheaper than the ride-sharing companies. And if I say to the guy when he says, hey buddy, welcome to the airport, where do you want to go? If I say, well, don't take me to Fremont, he doesn't know where to actually take me. So, and I say, well, don't take me to San Francisco. Okay, buddy, tell me where you want me to take you. If I give him the exact address, if I say, take me to 5141 Moore Park in San Jose, then he knows, okay, I know exactly where to take you, puts that into his GPS, and, then I can relax and he can just take me there. So the same is true for me. Think of me a little bit as your taxi driver, that we want to really, yes, we will solve the problem. We will get to those root causes. We will clean those out. We'll neutralize the traumas. We'll reduce the anxiety-related thinking and things like that. But it's helpful for both of us to know, where are we going? So what do you want instead of that anxiety, for example? Is it a greater sense of confidence? Is it a greater sense of peace or relaxation? Is it calm? Is it a greater sense of safety and security? And so just notice what that might be like to even just shift that for yourself. And one of the things that is important in our work, and this has come up a bunch of times here recently for weight loss work, is to really find out from the solution space what the limitations are. Because if somebody's been overweight for a long time, and I've worked with people who have been overweight for decades, sometimes their whole life, since like age 7 or 8 or something like that, and I'll ask them a question like, is it okay for you to have that thing that you want? Is it okay to be thin, for example? Is it okay, in the anxiety case, to really go out in the world and feel safe or feel comfortable, feel confident? And what's come up in the weight loss sessions is that exposes a big limitation that was not conscious for the person. Because of course, consciously, they're sitting in my chair, they're in my office, or working with me over Zoom, because they want to get the solution, they want to get the thing, but unconsciously they're blocked, they're stopped. And this just simple trying on of what's it like to step into that solution space exposes that limitation. So somebody recently said, well, I don't feel safe being thin because XYZ happened when I was younger. Like, okay, that's the thing we need to work on. So let's just try this on for a moment. Think about, for whatever reason you're watching this video, whatever you most want to change in your life, what might it be like to actually have that thing that you want, the emotional state, if you will, to just try that on. So for example, if you're feeling anxiety, what might it be like to feel safe, comfortable, confident? And imagine stepping in and spending a day inside of that. And just take a moment to imagine that now. And again, this may bring up some of those feelings that prevent you, or it may also guide you into what you most want, which is really the first step towards getting there, is knowing where you're going. So if you do nothing else, just try this on. Try on connecting with what it's going to be like to actually have that problem solved and to be inside of that solution. I'm Dan Ross. Hope this helps. Really try out this tool, and you might find it can make some pretty interesting changes for you.